Hey everyone, so I feel like it's been absolutely ages since I filmed a video. It's because my summer term just started back up and I've been like so swamped with that. But now I'm back home for the weekend for the 4th of July and I've been looking forward to storing these photo cards away for the last month. Like, it has been killing me to wait. And I have so much stuff built up. I have the stuff in this container and then I also have this entire stack. And I have cards for pretty much like every single group except maybe one or two. And I pretty much have something for every single mini binder. So I think I'm gonna start by doing all my girl groups first, which go in here. So I think I have cards for pretty much every group in this binder, but I think I'm gonna start with Ive right now. So since I set up this binder, I actually decided to put Ive in white sleeves because I think they look really good in these. So for Ive, I actually have a little stack right here, and the first two cards I have are album cards. So I'm going to move Ray into this spot. And then right here, I have Liz's version 1, which was my Prio album card of the era. This one is just so magical and superior. Oh my gosh. The cat pose, the tiara, the pink hair, just amazing. And then this spot, I was originally going to get Eugen's version 2 card to go with Liz's version 2, but my friend Cheyenne actually pulled Liz's V3 and I had a card to trade for her, so I figured I might as well get this just because might as well complete her set. But yeah, this was like completely unintentional. I really was only prioritizing this one and then I pulled this one and just managed to get this one, so I am so happy with this page. And then the other cards I have are a few pobs for Eugen and Liz. So these are the first two I have. This one is one of Eugen's K-Town pobs, and then I also have this one, which I think is Soundwave, but I'm not positive. And then I have both of their With Muyu Lucky Draws, which is what I think these are. So I'm going to put these like this. Typically I would put cards going like in columns opposed to rows, but they look best like this since they're like facing in towards each other. And then I also have two more Eugen cards. I'd like to get two more of Liz, and then I'll have 4 for both of them. But yeah, this one is Apple Music, and this one is With Muyu again. This is my absolute favorite Eugen pob from the whole era. But yeah, that is what I have for Ive today. Just a few of my favorite pobs, and then these last two Liz album cards. Now I'll move on to stayc. So this is a very slow going collection, but I have San and Iza's jewel case cards from Young Love since I just bought their jewel cases recently, which are going to go right here. And then right here behind stayc, since I just have some pages, I have these two Cheyenne cards from Meme M because I recently got this album while I was seeing Monsta X in Atlanta, and Cheyenne is my bias, so I was extremely happy to get these cards, and they're just gonna sit here for now. And then the largest bulk of this binder is wjsn. So I actually have this many wjsn cards, which is kind of insane for me because wjsn cards are really hard for me to accumulate. I'm going to be filling in so many spots in this binder. I'm gonna put these away later. So to get this started, I have both of Unso's Would You Please cards, and since I don't have Sola's other one, I'm just gonna put Yorm here until I get Sola's. But I feel like that's gonna be a ways away, so I don't mind keeping Yorm there to fill the page. But here are these two cards of Unso, and they are absolutely stunning. Then for Would You Stay, I have her blue version card. And then I still need her orange one and purple one. And then I have one of her For the Summer cards. I have the pink back one. This card is one of her best of all time. And then for As You Wish, I have 2 of her cards. And again, I don't have Sola's of this one, so I'm just gonna put Yorm here. Yes, I have this one, which is the pink back one. And then for this one, I have her telephone card, which is absolutely stunning. The purple background and the pink outfit. I'm so happy to have my top 2 of my favorite version. Then for Neverland, I have her other blue back card. Then I have the most cards for Unnatural. So the first 2 cards for this page, these were literally my highest priority of all priority solo cards when I started this collection back in January. And I swear these 2 cards were just like underprinted or something, or just, I know they're highly sought after, but that in combination with being underprinted, because these were so hard to get, and truly I have never been more ecstatic to have 2 photo cards. Like, this is literally one of the most stunning solo cards of all time. Wow, literally both cards on this page. And then for this page, I have both of Unso's. And I am still looking to get this card. And then for this page, I actually have both of Sola's. I swear, Unnatural is like the easiest era for all members except Sola. I don't know what is up with her cards, but they are just so impossible. But this one is absolutely phenomenal. And oh my god, a complete page. Finally. Okay, and then next up, I'm actually completing this entire era for my top 2. I swear, this was like so long in the making for no apparent reason. I don't even know why this took me so long. We have first the version 1 card for both of them. And then literally my favorite of Solace 3. When I was in Atlanta, I bought one single, the Black album, and there's a 1 in 12 chance of pulling this card. And also it was the only card I needed out of all 6 cards I was collecting. So it's not even like out of the 1 out of 12 cards I could have pulled, there was like a variety of ones I needed. No, I needed one single card and I pulled this exact card. And I opened it in the car with Brianna and I literally started profusely screaming. Like, I don't think she's ever heard me scream that loud. It was insane. I swear, it was like the most magical thing that has ever happened to me pull-wise. Because the absolute luck to pull the 1 card out of 12 you need, I've never been more ecstatic. But yeah, so now I have all 6 of their cards, and then I actually have the last unit of these 2. I don't really have room for it, so I'm just gonna put it on the back. But oh my gosh. The wjsn, the Black, is my like favorite unit ever. My Attitude era was literally like my favorite girl group era in all of K-pop. And I'm just so happy that I finally have my favorite era complete. So yes, that is pretty much all of those cards. And then I actually have these 2. So I wasn't originally going to collect these, but I decided later on that I wanted these. These are from Dream Your Dream, so I have both of theirs. And then since now this page isn't complete, I'm gonna try to get like 1 more card of each of them from one of the older eras. There are specific ones I want, which I'm forgetting the era at the moment, but I know they're really difficult to get, so it's probably not going to happen for a long time. It's their second album, whichever one that's called, which I'm forgetting, but I want 2 of those. So now I'm going to put this page up at the front. Oh my gosh, the amount of cards I have put away for this collection. This is one of my like really high prio collections, but it's just so hard to work on because the cards are just not available in the USA. It's very irritating. This is what I have, so only missing a few cards for each of them. I'm missing a lot more for Sola than Unso. Unso is seriously almost done. And bum. Literally this card right here is such a high prio for me, and I tried to buy it on Mercari Japan and it got canceled, so that was a bummer. But anyway, hopefully this can have more progress by my next video because oh my god, it is just so hard to accumulate these cards. Next up, I'll do TXT because these cards have been accumulating for absolutely forever. Like, Thursday's Child is so old now. For these 2 binders, I literally have all these cards and then a bunch of lenties and then everything in this tin, which is like all mini PC sized cards. So I'll start with the album cards. So for this era, my intention was to collect all of Taeyeon and Yeonjun's, but at some point I kind of just stopped trying to get the last few Yeonjun cards I was missing and then decided to keep the poll equivalent of what I had. And I'm kind of confused on how I'm going to set this up because I have a bunch of cards here, so I'm thinking of doing like album cards first and then the tier versions after. So starting for this page, I have both of Tan and Yeonjun's. I don't really actually know if this is Mess or Hate, but I have those two. And then the other version of that, I have their other two cards. Also, at the second half of this binder, these cards load from the back. That's why I flipped this over. It's kind of hella annoying, but whatever. And then at the beginning of the era, I was also going to collect Bumgyu because I really like his purple hair. So I decided to keep this card when I pulled it, opposed to trading it for Yeonjun. And now, like, I never really ended up getting Yeonjun, so I'm just going to store him away. And there's those two, and then I'm just going to skip the section and maybe get 2 pops just to fill the space. And then for the rest of these, I have Tan, Yeonjun, and Kai's tier version cards because these are my top 3 biases. And then I have OT5 of the target cards. So I think what I'm going to do is like put the target card of each member next to the album card. So this will be 1 page. And then on Kai's page, it'll be like this. And then the last 2 target cards are just going to go at the bottom of his page. Okay, I just finished putting those in off camera because these pages are so irritating to put cards in. But anyway, yeah, I have Tan set, and then Yeonjun, and then Kai, and then the last 2 target cards. And then all of the regular album cards. So, yeah, I'll definitely plan to put something here. Then I also have these 6 lenties. So for whatever version this is, I have Tan and Yeonjun, and then for this one I have Tan and Bumgyu because I pulled this and again thought I might collect him. And then for this one I have Tan and Kai since I could never trade this one, but also he is my 3rd bias, so I am perfectly fine with keeping it. And then the last 2. But I also have Tan and Yeonjun's because I got both of their jewel cases. Also, it was so crazy. So I didn't pre-order my jewel cases from like Weavers or anything to get like the guaranteed set. I just decided to buy them at Target. And I bought 2 completely random copies and literally pulled Tan and Yeonjun's jewel cases. My top 2. Literally the best luck in the world. Because obviously you can't see who you're getting from the outside. Oh, it turns out this does fit in here. And that makes me so happy because this is the same concept. And now this page can be filled. Wow, this really filled perfectly. That is my Thursday's Child collection. So again, I was trying to collect Yeonjun's whole set, but I kind of just gave up. But all I really cared about was completing Tan, and I have him all the way complete. So very happy with this progress. And yep, that is everything for this binder. This is also now pretty much all the way full. So I'll have to start another one of these for the next comeback. Then next up for TXT, this is where I put all of my little mini PCs, which are going to start here. So I currently have this set. I have all of them except one. I'm not really sure which one I'm missing, but I'm pretty sure it's from this concept. And then I have his birthday merch set, which I think is absolutely the cutest thing of all time. So yeah, that is all going to go in these pages. Hopefully this binder doesn't run out. And again, I never really put these cards in the order of the number on the back. I just put them in the order that I think looks aesthetically pleasing. And yeah, like I'm missing one of these, but it doesn't really bother me because the one I'm missing doesn't really affect the layout. Yeah, I'm missing number 8. Actually, I think I did put these in order. These are the first 2 pages. Then I have his number 1 card. And then his special card. And then the set I ended up buying came with 2 of the units. And again, my top 2 in the same unit was so lucky for me. And here are these 3 pages. And then lastly, I have his birthday set. Okay, I had these organized in a certain way that looked good, but now I'm kind of confused, so we'll just see how it goes. I'm really looking forward to whatever Kai's set is because of my top 3, like Yeonjun's has come out, but I didn't really like Yeonjun's like theme because it's like a shade of green I don't really like, so I absolutely love that Tam's was this red color. And then Mumyu was yellow and Subin was blue, so I'm really looking forward to see what color Kai's is because if it's cute, I'm 100% getting it. Also, one of my favorite parts about these birthday sets is just the backs that look like playing cards, but they're all like customized to the number. I think that is just such nice graphic design, and it really just makes the cards so much more interesting to look at versus all of them having the exact same back. And then these 2 are just gonna go by themselves. They don't match, but they were just the leftovers. So you can kind of see like these 2 are like similar where he's holding the presents in both, and then these ones have the cake, then cake, presents. So I thought these looked good together. And then also like the backs they look pretty good. So yeah, that is currently everything for this binder. I absolutely love collecting these little fan live PCs for him because they just fit so well in this style binder. And yeah, I also have Kai's set for this. I was considering getting other members of these, but I'm just gonna wait around until I find a set that's pretty cheap. Yeah, this is pretty much full now. I think this will hold like, 1 more set of something, and then I'll have to get another one of these binders as well. Yeah, that is everything I had for TXT. I also absolutely love this case. It is very convenient for storing photo cards in. And then sticking on mini binders, I have like 1 single card for my Stray Kids binder. So for this page, I have the last Mino No Easy card. So that is all for this binder. And then for this binder, I have just a couple WeEye cards. So in one of my recent videos, I had put WeEye in one of the composition binders, but it didn't have room for them anymore. So I decided to put them back in the binder they used to be in. So I just have a couple of Junso cards for First Love. So the first 2 are the last 2 cards for the Falling in Love version. And this page is complete. It's also the only complete page I have of this era. And then lastly, I have these 2 pops. Okay, so I'm gonna move this and move these down. I'm gonna keep these together because these are the same set. They're both from K-Town. This one in the soup is like my absolute favorite. I think it just looks really nice. And then this card matches this one, so I'm just gonna set this here. And that is everything for this binder, I think. Okay, so I don't have much for my large binders today, but I'm going to next move on to Cravity. So the first couple cards I have are actually for an old era, and I have Serum and Jungmo's Starship Square sets from season 3. I've actually been meaning to get these since this album came out 100 years ago, but I never really got around to it because I didn't pre-order from this company back then, like an idiot. And also they're like kind of expensive and hard to get, but they're finally going down in price. So I have these 2, and then I just finally got minis yesterday. So this page we'll finally have the Starship Square. Like, these were such a high prio for absolute ages, but I'm just finally now getting around to getting them. And then everything else I have is for the recent comeback Liberty and Our Cosmos. So I actually have all of the last 4 album cards for this page. This era has my favorite album cards out of all 5 eras they have. The Pobs, I don't like as much as last era, but the album cards are my absolute favorite set. So I have the last 2 serums, and then Jungmo's V1 and Minnie's V1. And this page is complete. These 2 bottom sets are just so stunning. I am so happy this is finally done. And then moving on to units, I have these 3. So I was supposed to have Serum and Minnie, but I was supposed to get it from Makari Japan, and then it just wasn't in the package when I opened it. Like, the seller just like left off some of the cards, so that's very irritating, but whatever. And then this card is at Brianna's house, but I have these other ones. And I've actually changed up some of this recently. So I have Serum and Alan, and then Jungmo and Minnie, and then Jungmo and Hyunjin. So differences I've made are this whole bottom row is now Jungmo's units, and it kind of very coincidentally worked out that I decided to not collect the Serum and Hyunjin and Serum and Taeyong units because I just didn't really like those 2. But the 2 exact units I wanted of Jungmo were the 2 members that I cut from Serum, which is so lucky and so crazy. And I love this bottom row because he's like in the same spot in all of these, and it just like looks great. These are both version 2 and this is version 3. And then yeah, this one's I have, and then this one I still need to get, but other than that, this is almost done. And then I have 2 pages for Pobs. So this first page right here is going to be K-Town, which I have coming on the way. And then this is with Move You version 1, which are so adorable. And then right here is going to be Wonderwall version 1, but these cards are so nice. They are like from the music video, which I'm so glad we got cards in those outfits. And then this page is going to be the rest. I don't remember which company these ones are, but that's actually my favorite Jungmo card of the era. And then I have these, which again, I don't remember what these are. Okay, these are With Me You version 2. And then right here is going to be Wonderwall version 2. So once those 3 sets come in, I'll be completely done with this era because I have album cards done, and then I'll have 3 pages of pre-order benefits, and then the units. So really from this whole entire era, I'm missing 1 card. And that's pretty much everything I had for this binder. Okay, and now I have just 2 groups left, so I'll do ateez, which I actually only have 2 regular photo cards for, but I have some other stuff to put away afterward. So just skipping to the non-album section. Okay, so this page, the 2 photo cards I have are Son and Boyoung's World Tour DVD photo cards. And they're going to go on this page, but I'm gonna do some reorganizing. So I'm gonna move these 2 cards into the corners. And then these 2 cards are going in the middle. This card right here brings me so much joy. I love when he squishes his cheeks with his hand. Like, he does this pose a lot, and this card is just so adorable. And now this page is pretty much full, and it's just like DVD cards and like random cards. And then at the very back, so these aren't really photo cards, but they're actually some ID fillers I made for 2 sets of IDs. At the beginning of summer, this was actually one of my little mini projects I really wanted to do, and I finally got around to it right before my semester started. So now I feel like I can finally put these IDs away and not have them just be floating in the sleeve. So this is the first set I made for the 3rd ateez kit. So I just designed it to look like the little package the IDs came in. So it just says laundry service for ateez, and then it has ateez care label, and then it's kind of faint because my printer sucks, but over here it just says like ateez 3rd official fan club, and then yeah, that's pretty much it. So that is this set. And then I decided to use the little envelope as the filler. And then the second set I made was for the sub-K IDs that came out around Fever Part 2. So these aren't actually from the season's greetings, but obviously it's the same concept, so that is how I decorated them. They just say ateez Company Workshop, and then they're in the same color scheme. So yeah, and then this filler says season's greetings, and yeah, they're not from that, but clearly it looks like it. So yeah, those are just gonna go at the back. I am honestly so proud of making these because I had been wanting to do this forever. I see lots of people all the time make ID holders. So this was one of my summer goals. And I think they look super good and like fairly official. I don't know why companies can't just give holders to put their IDs in or just print the ID as like a picture. Like a picture inside a photocard, but anyway, that is this page. It looks so good. And I just put them like behind the actual third ateez stuff. And then these came out around like Fever Part 2. But I'm just gonna put them at the back behind these IDs. This ID set is absolutely one of my favorites. I think this concept is so adorable. And their 2021 season's greetings was my favorite of all three of theirs. So I'm so happy I'm finally storing these IDs away, because I feel like most people hate IDs because they're just kind of pointless, but these ones are adorable, so yeah, they have rights. But yeah, that is this page, and they're just so cute. I am so happy with this. Pretty much all the ateez I had for this video, literally just 2 non-album cards, but oh my god, ateez comeback. It's on like July 29th, which is the exact final day of my summer semester, and I am so happy that like I will be done with school by the time this comeback happens. Like I don't have to be worrying about school at all. Like, God bless. So excited for that. Literally so many comebacks I'm excited for in July. wjsn's comeback is in like 2 days, and then in hyphen the day after that, and then ateez at the end of the month. So many of my favorite groups. I am so ready for this month. And now the largest chunk of photo cards for this video is Monsta X. So if you've been following me on Instagram, then you would know that like this has happened, and I feel like I've said this a billion times on this channel, but I'm just gonna say it again, that back in like 2019, Monsta X was my second favorite group, and I collected Kion very thoroughly. Then at some point around like 2020, I like sold off my entire collection like an idiot. I rarely ever drop collections. Like I'll stop collecting an idol, but I don't actually get rid of the cards. I just like, you know, keep them. But I actually got rid of my entire Kion collection except for like a couple cards. Yeah, huge mistake. Then like fast forward, like they keep having all these comebacks that I'm interested in. Like I never really like unstand Monsta X. I just for some reason was dissatisfied with the collection. And then recently, as in like the last 2 comebacks, I've like just been getting back to them more and more and more. And then at the beginning of June, when Monsta X was on tour, I actually saw them at 2 stops. One of the stops, literally the one in Sunrise, greatest experience of my entire existence. I literally had barricade seats in literal row 1. So yeah, suffice to say, Monsta X, back to being old. It's probably my second favorite group right now. And I've decided to collect Minhyuk, Kion, and Hyungwon like selectively. So this binder is set up like very kind of whack, but it's because I don't want to collect every single card of all of them, because I feel like that would just make me less motivated to get some of the cards. I mean, I love the majority of their cards, but I'm really collecting like very specific cards, and I've laid out each page to a layout where I think it looks satisfying. Right now I have a ton of cards. Also, Monsta X, it is so fun collecting them because they have the most superior photo card size of all time. Like, everybody knows this. This is not new information. So yeah, that is gonna be this binder. Again, this used to say WeI, but I moved them out and just, now it's Monsta X only. And literally the entire whole thing is pre-planned out. So again, this is set up in a very, it probably seems random, but it's like, it makes sense to me. So they're just set up in layouts for the specific cards I want to make a certain clumping of cards look good together. That's pretty much the point. So yeah, this is Minhyuk's Shine Forever card. I don't really know if it's Shine Forever or X Clan, but it doesn't really matter. But it goes here. So for this page, this is going to be his clan part 1, Lost and Found. I know the one that's, I think it's this one, is going to be near impossible to get, but whatever. And then, yeah, so then Shine Forever. And then this page, I have none of these. Okay, this is a card I already had. So these are set up in such a way because it's like, I'm not collecting the same cards for each member, because for Minhyuk, I really like a lot of his old cards, and then Kian, I like cards starting at a certain point, and then Hyungwon, I like cards starting at a certain point. So that's really just why this looks all over the place, but it'll look good once I have all the cards. But yeah. Then for this page, I have 2 of Kian's The Connect cards, which I honestly thought were going to be very difficult to get because this era is fairly hard to get cards for, but I managed to get these like honestly really easily, and I already have this one. And gosh, this is one of his best eras of all time. It's also kind of depressing because I used to have all these cards, so this is like me re-getting them all, but whatever, we all make mistakes. So yeah, that's this, and then there's gonna be a Minhyuk card to go here. I didn't make a filler, but it's just a random Connect card that I got in a set. And then this is for Are You There? So for certain eras, I'm gonna do spreads where opposed to having like one side and the second side, it's gonna be like going across the top. So this will be like one set and then the bottom set. So this is Kian's Are You There? Right, these are double-sided. Okay, so this goes here. And like, it doesn't really make sense because there's like 2 Minhyuks, 2 Kians, and 2 Hyungwons, but it's essentially the matching cards are opposite each other. So these are both version 4 and version 1 and version 2, but I don't want like the Minhyuk one of this, so it's not like I can just have all of Minhyuk and then like all of whoever. Like I just collected the exact specific ones of each one. So that's why like Kian's up here and down here, and like, yeah, it'll look good once the cards are here again. That is the Are You There page, and then we have We Are Here. So this is this one. Also, how fitting, I used hamster sticky notes because Kian is a hamster. Yes. So that is this one. So like for this era, I really only want 2 of Minhyuk and 2 of Kian, but I want like Hyungwon's entire spread. So I'm really just collecting any cards I want because I'm like very structured with most of my collections, but this one's just gonna be very curated. So then we have Follow, which I have none of these. And then Fantasia, which is like one of my favorite eras ever. I think I actually have every card for this page. So for this era, I'm just collecting Minhyuk and Kian, but only 3 cards of each of them. I'm not doing the version 4. So this is Minhyuk's version 1, then version 2, and then version 3. And then for Kian, I have version 1, version 2, and version 3. These are like my favorite ones. I love this concept. Truly, I would collect OT6 of like, honestly, this whole album. That is this. Also, some things are kind of out of order because really just whatever looks good. Also, I don't like starting cards here. I like starting them here, but I didn't want this card right here, so yeah. But that is this page. I love that these 2 both had a yellow background, because if one of them did and the other one didn't, this would not have worked out. Then we have Fatal Love, which I have Minhyuk's entire set. Version 1, version 2, 3, and 4. Actually, I don't know if this is 3 or 4. Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. If these are backwards, I'm gonna fix them. These are my favorite too. Then this is for some other Fatal Love stuff. I didn't really plan to collect these, but I just kind of like acquired them. So this is Minhyuk's Lenti, and then Kian's Lenti, and then Minhyuk's message card. So that is this, and then this will be the message card. Then we have One of a Kind, which is my other favorite photo card era, aside from Fantasia. So this is gonna be laid out with Minhyuk on the top and Kian on the bottom. This is Minhyuk's version 4 card. I kind of have trauma surrounding this card because I had it once, and then I took it to the concert in an extremely cute decorated top loader that I got from Karatume, and then I lost the entire top loader with the photo card in it. Truly, I didn't really care that the photo card was gone because it was like a $4 card, but I literally lost the custom top loader, and I honestly still have trauma from that. But whatever, I re-got the card, so yeah, I love this card. Like, this card is so pretty to me, even though it's really simple. And then I have Kian's whole set that I'm gonna put down here. So this is gonna be version 1, version 3, version 4, and then the Kino that looks like version 1. And then I have all these in the way, so yeah, version 1 and 3, and then his Kino. And I really like that the version 1 and the Kino matches, so they can be on the ends. That is how this page is going to look. This Minhyuk Kino that's gonna go there is one of my absolute favorite cards of his. It is so adorable where they're all doing this pose, and I am so looking forward to that coming. One of my most anticipated cards. yeah, that is one of a kind. One of my favorite photo card sets. Although I don't ever really listen to this album much, it's not one of my favorite albums, but the photo cards were glorious, especially the plain ones and these ones and just this whole era. And then for No Limit, I actually have all of these for Minhyuk. Version 1, version 2, 3, and 4. This is probably my favorite monsta album. No Limit is really what made me just extremely start getting back into them. Like I was like, you know, still listening to all these comebacks as they were happening, but No Limit was the one where I was like, yeah, we're back. And then this is about the time when I had got my concert tickets. This is when the concert was originally supposed to be in February. And then like, you know, as that got rescheduled and stuff, like my anticipation for that just kept rising until now they're at the point of back to being my second favorite group. So yes. Then for this page, I plan to collect like all of Hyungwon's No Limit set, which is kind of weird because like obviously this could have been like Minhyuk here and Hyungwon here. I don't know. For some reason they're on separate pages, but I might fix that later. Then for No Limit, we have, I don't know what is supposed to go here, but I have his jewel case card. Something is supposed to go there, but I'm not sure what it is at this moment. I'll probably just try to get someone else's jewel case card. But then down here I have 2 cards. Hyungwon and Changhyun's Kinos, which are my absolute favorite Kinos of this entire set. This is my favorite Hyungwon card that has ever existed, like in its entirety. And this Changhyun is phenomenal. So they're gonna go down here, and I'm going to be happy. Like these are so cute. Like they're so much cuter than like the Minhyuk and Kion ones. Like I don't really need those. I just needed these 2. Isn't this not the most adorable thing in the world? Like, and then this, I need to find something to put there. Then we have Shape of Love. So my last video, I had Kian's of this, but I literally could never find this one. So I traded off Kian and got this. And then I have his version 4. And there we go. This era is done. And then this page is for the jewel case cards. So I have Juhan's because I really just wanted it. It is adorable. Like this collection is truly just random. It's like any card I want, I'm gonna get. And then this is on the way, and then I have, this is his Starship Square card from the jewel case if you like bought the entire set. This Hyungwon card is gonna be near impossible to get for a price under like 30 bucks, but I'm gonna hold out hope because I need this card so bad. Like if you know what this card looks like, you know, this card is so cute. But yeah, it's gonna be difficult to get. But yeah, that is all of the solo album cards, and then back here is where like units go. So I've set these up for the future as well. I really pre-planned out this whole thing. So this is for ateez, because again, these are like my favorite units ever. So I have this set up in a certain way. Okay, so this is Minhyuk and Shonu. And we have Minhyuk and Kion, Minhyuk and Hyungwon. This one goes down here because it's one of the like version 1 concept ones, and then these are all the version 2 concepts. And then we have Kion and Hyungwon. So this one goes here. And I am just missing the 2 units of Minhyuk and Kion, both with Changhyun. But this is the ones I currently have. Then we have one of a kind units, which I had like all of the one of a kind set, like Minhyuk's, all of his cards and his units, but I honestly think that's never going to arrive, so I think I've given up on this. And then we have No Limit, which I have all of them. So the eras where there's 5 members work so well because there's 4 units, and that fits in this pocket perfectly. So yeah, I have Minhyuk with everybody. And there is these. These are my favorite too because I love this concept. And then we have the last Minhyuk and Kion unit from Shape of Love. And this is complete. And then these are Pobs, which I don't really know why these are back here, but they just are. Then for this page, I have Minhyuk's equivalent of these coming, which is so exciting because I absolutely love the Connect Encore photo cards. They are some of their best. And then, okay, there's an empty spot here. So I'm just gonna put this Kion card. This is from Voyager. After seeing Kion perform Rain in front of my eyes live twice, yes, kind of want to get Red Kion to put here. And then I have a couple Pobs. So Okay, No Limits, Apple Music, which are these. I love these cards. I love that they're outside and super like golden hour looking. And then these are on the way. These are Everline. Then we have Shape of Love, Apple Music. So these are the last 2 cards for this binder. When I got these, I literally thought this Young One was fake. Like, I thought this was just like, I don't even know what is going on with this. Whenever I look at the OT5 set in pictures, Young One's card is like a different tending to Minyux, but like this card looked so fake, and also Apple Music quality sucks now. Like, it feels like such a like thin, cheap card that I literally was like, what is this? I'm gonna have to rebuy it. But after like doing some investigation and comparing it to the like quality of this card, I think it's real. I'm like, it is real, but like Apple Music, what the heck is this? Like, what is going on? But whatever. I cannot stand Apple Music photocard quality. Now, they used to be so good. Like, I've talked about the Apple Music photocard quality like 100 times on this channel, which is like these 2. But these compared to this, it's just like, why? I don't even like these anymore. And then these are going to be the lucky draws that look exactly like this, which are coming soon. I love this version. The Vive version is my favorite. And then the back is just some Polaroids. And yeah, this binder is completely full, like in its entirety. But I am absolutely so ecstatic to be recollecting monsta again. Their photo cards are just so satisfying. Like, they're so big and they're so consistent. I love consistency, especially like this. And then when this page is done, it's gonna be a phenomenal. Literally, look at all the fillers that I have taken out. And the majority of this whole setup, except for like the first few cards at the beginning, are all secured and on the way. But yeah, those are the last photo cards I had for this binder. So this is just a little random inclusions binder I made of a couple groups. These all used to be in a different binder, but it overflowed that. So now they're in here. So the first 2 postcards I have are from me and M. So I have these 2, which I was so excited to pull because I got one of Chan's. But yeah, that is that. And then last up is a ton for TXT. So starting off, I have Tan and Yeonjun's entire sets from Thursday's Child. So I pulled this Tan and then traded for both of these 2. And then for Yeonjun, I literally pulled his entire set and didn't have to trade a single one of these. It was very satisfying. And I actually love postcards as inclusions, so definitely wanted to get all of these. But yeah, that is those. And then the last postcards I have is this set from Still Dreaming, which I absolutely love. Like, this postcard set is absolutely stunning. Okay, I'm having like conflictions on how to set this up, so I'm either gonna do it like this, where my top 3 are all together, or I might do it like this, because these all have like a pink background, as you can see, and then these all have like the brown background, but like these would like look better. I don't know, I kind of just want my top 3 on the same page together, so I think I'm gonna do that. But if I don't like this, I'll switch it to the other option. This is the first page. And then the second page. But yeah, that is all the TXT postcards I had. I actually had a ton, and those are pretty much all of the noteworthy inclusions I had for this video. Literally put all my Mod 6 inclusions back in here. Thank God I kept all those when I downsized ages ago. And then yeah, these stunning postcards of Ire and Chan from this album. Absolutely love these. I also love that I got the 2 that look the same. Like, they both have a really close-up shot, so they look good in the binder. Yeah, those are all the inclusions. Yeah, I'm just gonna put this binder back in frame for the outro. That was everything I had to put away for this video. I was looking forward to putting these away for so long. Like, truly what got me through the first 2 weeks of summer classes, because those are absolutely the worst thing ever. But storing photo cards away, the extreme serotonin, I need it. I am so happy with all of literally the MX progress and also wjsn. Like those 2 collections had so many cards put away this video. This video was like 80% Starship, because I collect every single group under Starship, like MX, wjsn, Cravity, IVE. Pretty much the trajectory of this channel. And I'm also really happy I finally put away all of those TXT cards because they'd just been sitting around for like a month. But yeah, with all those cards put away, it's now July, so I think I'm gonna film my complete photo card collection video this weekend. My last one was super recent, it was just in March, but honestly, I kind of just want to get on a 6-month schedule and go ahead and post mine in July when most people are doing it, so that will most likely be filmed tomorrow. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next video.